Honorable Minister of Public Service and also Minister of Finance, we've discussed here clearly that the 3 allowances, if I'm right, transport allowance, residential allowance, and also basic salary will be increased from grade 1 to grade 8. But I'm reporting to you, Minister of Finance, that the police, immigration, and other security forces, their home or travel rental allowance is still $250 from a private police constable to a sub-inspector. $250. This is what is in them. And now, you look at other public services, they have increased. Why? What is the problem? You know, I think the issue that we are facing as a country is we are more into SSR, we call it, security sector reform. But I think this is called security sector reporting. You only report to people that you want to and also ignore others. So I'm putting this to the Minister of Finance and also to the Minister of Public Administration Reform. Why are we seeing $250? $250 for the police. So are we really serious as a nation? Or we are only saying sector X, Y, Z do this. And the other one, now when you look at what we call transport allowance, before they were receiving 1,500. But now it's another 100%, 1,500, that is 3,000. It's thumbs up for them. But now for their own issues or what we call, how to call it, cost, residential allowance or rental allowance is still at the same place. So I think this is not fair and it has to be regularized. And it has to be regularized now. We are not waiting for the future. You told us here that it's across the board. So if security officers are exempted, what direction are we going as a country? What direction are we going as a country? All of us, we all know, all members who are sitting here, how much is your rental allowance? How much? How much? We all know. So these are issues that I think it has to be solved and be solved once and for all. And the other thing also for public service and also finance, when they were paid this increment, they also paid a deduction of 5% onto their pension calculation. Before it was not. Now it had. Both the Army, Defense Minister is here, both the Army, Interior also is here, both the Army and the police and security apparatus are facing a 5% deduction after their new increment. Why was that the case when before it was not the case? Honorable Speaker, in the issue of defense, I think Minister of Defense, you are here. No, I don't have time. I think Minister of Defense is here. In our issues of what we want to do in terms of modernization or reforms, I can tell you for free that warrant officer, the rank of a warrant officer, down to a staff sergeant, is paid what we call rent allowance of $5,000, a staff $4,000. Then a private down to a couple or a lance couple is paid $2,500. But I will put it to you this way. Those people in Basse and Farafenye, those allowances are not even part of their pay scale. I want the Minister of Public Administration to help us, and also Finance. Allowances of those are not part of their pay scale. I'm having their pay list here. Pay scales are here, pay slips. None of them are there. What they will do is, the monies will be sent to the accounts of GAF. GAF will distinguish who has a house, who doesn't have a house, and they'll be paying them in chunk. And I'm telling you, female officers who are in Basse and Farafenye, 4 to a room, all those 4 are deducted. Warrant officers, as per the status of the TACOS, you have to get a double room and palo, but they are in a single room and they deduct them $5,000. Staff sergeant in a single room, $4,000. My brother who is in Basse, Farafenye, and other Kudang areas has a wife here. He doesn't have a compound. He's paying rent. And the center, what he thinks he should be able to get that one also is cut, and he's also been left dumb in that particular end. Are we really fair as a nation?
Honorable Speaker, we are confused.
So these are issues that I think we'll be able to work on to make a transitional form. So all these are issues that are effective.
Who is that? I've said it here. Members are only allowed to interrupt through permissible interruption. Don't do that. No, you know what to do. You know what to do by using the law. Honorable member for Central Badibu, you know what to do. Don't do that. If you want to observe, you know what to do. No, now he is not on the floor. I am on the floor now. Please, don't do that. Honorable member for Fonye Councillor, please continue.
Thank you. You observe yourself. I don't have time. If your ears are not working, I am okay. My tongue is very clear. I am from Fonye. Thank you. So, Honorable Speaker, Minister of the Defense, these are the issues that are facing. So the general notion is, govs should be able to prioritize and see. For example, if you said house rent, who is entitled and what amount? Now, if that entitlement is not there, you are now cutting a $5,000. That brother is renting and his wife is renting in the combos here. He is on posting in the provinces. What will happen to him or her? So if a warrant officer's eligibility is about a double room and parlor, he is in a single room. He has an officer that he also living with. That officer is cut off from his rent allowance, and also he also is the same. So I think the army should work on a mechanism to make sure if houses are not ready, let them stop about cutting their rental allowance. Make things available first. If it is available, you can work on. But you don't have things available, they are living 2, 3, or 4 in a house. You are cutting them. At the end of the day, it's not even paid to them. It is now a second turn and say, okay, you don't have a house, you pay them as if you are paying an allowance. When it should be part and parcel within their pay slip. It's removed. So let's work on this, to make sure that we could stop some of those issues. If not, it's going to be a challenge, and I think it's not in order. And when it is not in order now, it will also be very difficult for institutions like the army to be happy. The soldiers are not happy. The police are not happy. Security forces are not happy. Let's make them be happy as what we promise. The only way that we can do now is to make sure whatever they deserve, let's push it for what they deserve on. Finally, Honorable Speaker, I want to go to the point straight. My time is almost ending. A member of parliament said General Musa Savage is a security threat. Now, when you say a security threat, somebody who has served the army for a period of 30 years, 20 years, 15 years, without even a single charge sheet. From 2017 to 2018, 2019, the ambience group who was taking ownership of the leaders of this country, where he is setting coups in this country.
Honorable member for Councillor, please sit down. Honorable members, we should avoid, I'm not sure, was it done today also? Because in the floor? Yes. When I was listening, I presided over the but I cannot recall that. But please, honorable members, avoid making such assertion allegations. Sit down, please be quiet there. Honorable member, please be quiet there. Honorable members, I'm not sure, I missed that, but members must avoid making allegations against individuals who may not be able to be here to defend themselves, and to mention their names and accuse them of something that, in addition to probably members may not be able to substantiate that, and they will not be able to be here also to defend themselves. It's unfortunate that it happened the day before yesterday. That was Wednesday, right? Yeah, but I cannot recall hearing a member said that. I would have drawn to the attention of this assembly that was not accurate. The member for the councillor, please continue.
All right. So in so doing, I think officers who are served, and it is the prerogative of the government to say, I can work for you, I will not work for you. But now, thank God, this government have reinstated coups, who are even strong men in the army now. So in so doing, I think the government should be very cautious onto issues of security threat. Honorable, my time. The other thing that I also want to lay emphasis on, the same people that they have given a red carpet, they are talking outside in the social media. 38 December attackers are challenging. And be very serious with this. These are issues that of national security. Nobody will work on to destabilize this country on our own eyes. We are ex-soldiers and we remain competent to defend this country. So these are all issues that are happening. They are in social media. The people that you build red carpet are the people who are now talking again. So in so doing, I think the general notion of every country is the security of its men and women must be protected, and they must be